Hey guys, Xekaj here. So I thought I'd make this video as a kind of filler between the next episode of Bedrock Hell and just to show off some interesting inventions that I've come up with. So there are three main constructions that I want to show in this episode. The first one is right here. This is the finished product. It is the water activated supply depot. And this is the cutaway version, so you can see the interior design of it. And basically, here's how it works. You have a supply minecart here. You can fill it up with whatever you want. Just put some dye in there. Then you can seal it. And this cannot be retrieved unless water is poured into this slot here. Basically how this works is the water's put in here. It flows down, knocks off the torch. The piston here pulls this out. The minecart falls down, and it comes to the exit where it can be retrieved. And I originally created this as a design element in one of my upcoming maps. It has the map I'm making has a very specific theme and structure to it, and this is something that falls in with it. So now for the TNT, that comes from well, first off, you can't pour like lava down here because it'll only flow 4 blocks here and hit, so it won't be able to reach the torch, and so that makes it water specific. You can't just use any liquid, and you can't just blow this off with an explosion because that would detonate the TNT and in turn destroy the loot. So I'll just give an example here. So we have that and that. So put water in here. So first off, let's load it. So we can put that in there. Load it up. Let's put a diamond sword in. Cover that. And now it's all ready. So let's say this is placed in an adventure map or such. For the player, put water in there. You just heard the piston go off, and there's the loot. Diamond sword right there. So basically, water acts as a key, and it's something that you have to gain before you have access to whatever's in here. So it's basically kind of like a leveling system. So that's the water activated supply depot, and coming over here is the next thing. This is a trap that I designed, and it's basically rigged to outsmart people who are trying to be smart. So first off, here we go. This might be something that you just walk up and find. So supply kit, some enchanted armor. That looks good. Break this, and oh, TNT. And of course, there could be a much larger payload behind that. It could go into the floor if the player tries to run away, but there's that. So you might think that's nothing too special. You've seen that before a lot, probably played any maps, but here's where it gets interesting. So let's say that happened to you over there, and you come along and you find another one. So this time you think you're going to be smart, so you decide to tunnel behind and disarm it. So break that. Still goes off. Just as readily as before. So I'll come over here where I have a bunch of undetonated versions and show you the inner workings. Here, okay. So basically, it's kind of hard to see here, but in that empty space there's an illegal block, which is a ladder, and it was placed by MC Edit. Therefore, you can see it's not actually placed up against a wall or anything. It has no wall that it's defined to go on, so it's basically an illegal block, and if it updates, then it'll disappear and in turn update all other blocks around it. So that's what's used here, which means if I break the sand block or these ones on the side, if you try to tunnel around, it'll activate, which will update the sand will fall. Now on top of the sand is a piece of redstone, and that'll cause a redstone update when the sand falls. The redstone's destroyed, which in turn will set off both of these blocks of TNT. I'm not sure if this is actually the most efficient way of doing it, with a torch underneath and lit redstone on top, but it's one of the only ones I've gotten working. You'd think that like this would be extremely unstable, just having this placed right here, but unless you do something with redstone, like you can place blocks all around this, whatever. Break it. Oh, never mind. Whatever. Yeah, so that's basically a clever trap to outsmart anyone who wants to outsmart you. Don't know why that froze. So that's two of the ones. And here's the last one. This is something that I was designing for Race for Wool map. And it's basically, well here, it's better if I show you. So it's completely flat. Hit that. And it pops up into a cannon. So this is an auto cannon assembly booth, and basically the idea is you step in here, basically some supplies shoot out here, this pops up and you say place the redstone along, hit the buttons on, and it's all ready to go. So it's kind of more of a novelty idea. It's not all that practical, but it's kind of interesting. The idea that I was going to go with was you could like choose. It's like there was it would be like two buttons. Like you could step into here and you could have a cannon, or you could hit another button and say you get an instant wall that gets built. So it would kind of force you to make choices. And if you chose one, like you couldn't get the other. Yeah, so there's that. These on the side here are so you can jump up and reload the cannon. And I'll come over here and give you a quick insight on how it's built. So this here is a pretty simple and rudimentary RS NOR latch. So you don't have to stand on the pressure plate to keep this thing up or anything. These are just regular pistons, so it's not like it would be pushed down or anything. So I got that. This powers along here. This powers let's see. Okay, well no, first it comes down here. Powers this set of redstone repeaters, which powers these bottom pistons down there. So that pushes those up. Then one tick later, these activate, power this, and they power these. So now all these walls around here are raised 2 blocks up, which basically creates the main well, can't speak. Basically creates the main body of the cannon. So just that on both sides here. You can see it's down there, up there. Down here. Yes, for the center one, right here, this block. For that one, this one, your power is just directly there, but the first piston underneath is powered through, I'm trying to find it. Yeah, but it's powered through this one here, so this one goes, then that one goes, that's coming from this wire over here. So both of those go up. What else is there? So the next part would be, yeah, so then this here slides, goes down and slides away, and that's like one of the things about this which makes it like really impractical, because like half of this redstone work here is just to save this from being a half slab, and instead a regular full block that you can walk over smoothly. So this has to go all the way pulled down, then pushed in, and then there are 4 pistons here which push the half slab all the way up. So it's kind of complicated, but I'll go over it briefly. Basically, when this gets powered, this turns off, then this gets turned off, and this gets turned on. I'll get to that in a second. But this comes over here, and yeah, so this is inverted, so these are extended. When pressure plates hit, then these retract. But first, oh, this is getting complicated. Where am I? Okay. First off, this here powers the piston that holds that up. So that goes off first from here. Power comes over here, down here, powers this block, that turns off, and this piston retracts. So then a tick later from this repeater, that block up there and the piston both get pulled in, so now it's a straight shot all the way down for the half slab to be pushed up. Let's see, and then coming from here, all the way down from the second inverted torch. The redstone wire comes down, and this is basically no tick delay, 1 tick, 2 tick, 2 ticks, and then 3 ticks. Where's that? Yeah, it's somewhere there. So then each of these pistons here go up, then the half slab is in place, and the entire cannon is assembled. So, just again, kind of like with the pistons there. You can't really see it, but there you have it. It goes all the way extended. Come back under here, you see each of these has fired up. Let's see. Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, this is one of the complicated parts. So, you can't power this piston, this fourth piston, which pushes the half slab all the way up. So, you can't power it from out there where all the others are. So, instead, it's sent through this here, which is the 4 tick delay. And that comes from over there. So basically this wire here gets turned off, then turned back on like 3 ticks later or so. So there you have it. So that is a water activated supply drop, a clever trap, and an automatic deployment cannon. So I hope you enjoyed that video. I'll probably do more of these in the future as I kind of create some more stuff that I think is worth showing. Actually, no. Before I stop, this is a TNT activated supply depot. It works on the same principle, except TNT is dropped down, and instead this block's flipped. So the stone block here, which let's go into no clip. This stone block right here is destroyed instead by the TNT blast. The torch is knocked off, the piston retracts, and the minecart, which would be on top, falls down and comes out to the exit zone. Yeah, so there. So this is the 2 types. I'm working on a lava one, but I haven't gone into much detail. I have the prototype over here. So yeah, this doesn't work because there's no place for the fire to light on the wool. Originally it would kind of be where lava comes down, lights the wool. But I haven't really bothered in this. I just kind of set that up and walked away. So there you have it. 3 interesting designs that I thought were worth sharing. So I hope you enjoyed them, and till next time, see you guys.